Hey everybody, Fabian for Liberty, Internet Anchorman TV. This is a Red Alert video, the third one in close to 2 years that I've been doing these videos. So if you know, I don't do Red Alert videos often, but this is sending a signal to at least all my subscribers that we are in serious trouble. This morning, I wake up to read that dictator Obama has passed a new executive order, in essence giving him the authority to take over all communication, radio, media, everything, in the event of an emergency. We have seen over the last 6 months, and even in the Bush administration, a plan that has been put in place since the 9/11 attacks on the homeland, regardless of whether you believe the official narrative or not, that has expanded the federal government's tyrannical grip and shredding of our constitutional rights at an unprecedented level. Now, if you know anything about communist revolutionaries, about radical revolutionaries, totalitarianists, whether it is Stalin, Lenin, Mao, Hitler, many, if not all, began with baby steps. Violent revolution was the means that they used, but at the turn of the 20th century, the Fabian socialists in England, yes, Fabian, they said we need to do it in baby steps. We need to be progressively moving towards this totalitarian state. And for the last 100 years, they have, with the Federal Reserve, with the 17th Amendment, giving states, taking away the right of the state to elect their own senator, and on and on. They have shredded the Constitution, shredded the Bill of Rights, shredded our God-given rights, little by little. But in the last 10 years, since 9/11, we've seen the Patriot Act. We've seen the Patriot Act 1 and 2. We've seen the John Warner Defense Authorization Bill. We've seen the National Defense Authorization Bill. We have seen Obama's new martial law executive order. We've seen this latest executive order. We've seen camps being set up across the homeland, knowing that in the 1940s, FDR imprisoned American citizens in these detention camps. You need to know your history, because where we're at now, and if you notice the more serious tone that I'm having in this video, because quite frankly, I really don't even know what it's one thing for me to sit here and comment about the economy, talk about the economy and where we're at, talk about how the economy is collapsing, why it's happening, understanding they're pushing us towards a global reset. These are things that we can look back in history and say, yeah, this is how it's gone down. But now we have something completely different. Yesterday there was some troubling news, and if you've followed some of the other reports regarding the dreadful security over at the London 2012 Olympics, I know many of my subscribers have sent me messages about the Illuminati messages and symbols that are shrouded within the 2012 London Olympics. I don't get into that subject matter because many of you are much better than I am at covering that, but I do believe that the Illuminati and the power elite definitely do send symbols through mainstream propaganda. Yesterday they caught a suspected Al-Qaeda terrorist in the Olympic Garden over in London. I believe a false flag attack, whether one they allowed to take place or whether one that our government and more closely the elite government allow to take place or create themselves, is imminent. And when I say imminent, I mean between now and the end of the year. Why else would Obama be seizing power the way he is? Unless he knows, or the people that are telling him what to do know, there is an event coming soon where he will be asked to take control, because it'll be in the best safety of Americans. It'll be what's best for you and what's best for national security to stop internet communication, to stop dissent or anyone talking about liberty and freedom on radio or on the internet, or even cable news that disagrees with this president or this administration or what the power banking elite are doing to this country. I don't know what, I mean, many of you already know that the ideas behind survival retreats, where you should live in a time like this, but I can tell you right now, I think we're upon something pretty grave. And again, my videos tend to be a lot about the economy. I do cover the descent into tyranny, but this is coming down right now, ladies and gentlemen. Something big, I believe, is coming. You see the buildup in Iran. You see yesterday when I talked about the Russian encounters that are taking place where jets are flying into U.S. airspace. The world is rapidly changing, and we are rapidly going down the path that many believed was conspiracy. Many did not even agree with, or many thought, was crazy to talk about. You can no longer deny the consolidation of power, the shredding of our sacred, God-given rights as Americans are being taken over literally now on a daily, if not weekly basis. I think we need to know your history more than ever, because if you think this message is one that is fear-mongering, whatever it may be, you need to know your history. Because if you think that the people of the past, the Lenins, the Hitlers, the Maos, the Chavez, the Castros, the Obamas, the Bushes, any of these people, if you think that they don't exist now, right? If you think the dictators and despots of 100 years ago, or even farther back, the kings and the queens and when they had the serfs and the feudal system that was set up, if you think that evil, tyrannical men and women do not exist today, plotting to take your liberty, plotting to consolidate power, plotting to keep the power within a small group of elites, you are not dealing with reality. If you think that has gone away, it's just not the truth. I don't really know what else to say, but it is something we all need to, I think, continue the efforts of waking up friends and family. Continue to let them, don't even share my videos with them, or just give them the news. Show them, why is Obama passing an executive order allowing him to seize all communication if there is an emergency? Why are we seeing just a few months ago him pass this new martial law bill where he can declare martial law in case of a new emergency or perceived emergency? And who decides what the emergency is? I'll let you decide what you think about this video, what you think about where we're going. I'd love to hear your comments. I'm your internet anchorman, Fabian for Liberty. I'm out.